Parece como que se está cargando todavía, pero
Sí,
ya,
sí,
ya dísela. Hola a todos, bienvenidos a Enlightened World Network. Hello everybody, welcome to Enlightened World Network, to Angelspeakers, interpreted in Spanish. Bienvenidos a Angelspeakers, interpretado en español. Y el día de hoy tenemos de nuevo como invitada a Shuni Girón, que nos visita, que se une con nosotros desde Guatemala. Today we have again the visit. She's joining from Guatemala, Shuni Girón. Bienvenida, Shuni.
Hola Lili, muchas gracias a todos. Thank you everyone, welcome. It's nice to be back with all of you. Muy contenta de estar con ustedes otra vez de Guatemala. Como siempre, venimos con nuestro corazón contento, a pedir, a conectarnos, a compartir un momento donde podamos tener un poco de diálogo, comunicación y compartir las cosas que están pasando en este momento. We're gathered here to dialogue and to share a little moment, share some prayers, and share with everyone what's going on around the world and what's the feed, a little bit of about the energy of the day. Como siempre en Maya, nosotros como guías espirituales, nanas y tatas, siempre nos conectamos con un agradecimiento hacia el día. Nuestros días, como hablábamos la vez pasada, like we talked about last time about my work and the dates in the Mayan calendar, how special they are and how each one is a individual identity, an individual gift. Todos los días de nuestros calendarios sagrados mayas son especiales, son como un diamante. Entonces nos conectamos y nos abrimos a esa energía. Entonces vamos a abrirnos a la energía de este día. We're going to open to the energy of this day and be in deep gratitude for what we have. Thank you, Ahau, creator and former. Damos gracias, corazón del cielo, corazón de la tierra, corazón del agua, corazón del fuego. Damos gracias a los cuatro vientos que respiramos. Viento del este, viento del oeste, viento del norte, viento del sur. Respiramos. Nos conectamos un minuto con energía. We take a moment and we breathe. We breathe deep and we connect with the energies. Agradecemos a la energía del Nahual que nos carga. Gracias a Nahual. Can. Energía de la serpiente, energía de la verdad de quién somos. Tomamos un minuto y también despertamos a nuestro corazón. We take a minute to connect with the energy of the day, the energy of truth, the energy of serpent. We call upon our own hearts for that truth. Gracias, Balam Kitse y abuela Paluna. Gracias, Balam Akab y abuela Chomija. Gracias, Ikbalam y Karkishaha. Gracias, Mahuta y Sunuya. Las cuatro esquinas, los cuatro abuelos, las cuatro abuelas. Nos tomamos un minuto para traer hacia nosotros la energía del corazón del cielo. Es un túnel de protección. Tomamos un minuto para agarrar la energía del corazón de la tierra y la traemos en medio de nosotros, en nuestro ombligo, para recordarnos que somos seres que vienen del corazón de la tierra, el corazón del cielo. Muchas gracias por estar todos aquí. Thank you everyone for being here. We connect the energies of heart of heaven, heart of earth into our own heart. And we take a moment to feel the gratitude and the integration of the energy. Today in the Mayan sacred count of days, we are in the energy of serpent that allows each one to ask questions about who we truly are and what is our mission. Esta energía nos ayuda a preguntarnos cuál es nuestra misión y cuál es nuestra verdad, quiénes somos dentro de este planeta, a qué venimos. La energía de la serpiente conecta la luz con el agua, serpiente emplumada, así como muchas diferentes ideologías. También nosotros tenemos nuestra ideología maya y nuestro profeta como Kukulcán Quetzalcóatl es conocido también como Cucumatz aquí en Guatemala. Y es una energía crística, es una energía que literalmente se decía que iba a regresar y que no va a tomar una forma física, sino va a tomar una forma planetaria de conciencia, que es lo que estamos viviendo en estos momentos. When we talk about the energy of feather serpent, Kukulcán, Cucumatz, a prophet that existed in Mesoamerica, a Christ consciousness that was literally said to come back. We're speaking about an energy that it is a cosmic energy coming back, like a wave that is not going to really take a physical form, but it's taking a consciousness form. So we take a moment to really meditate on this consciousness that is coming in the planet, that each one of us is feeling that it is accelerating. An important thing that I want to speak about today is about how we perceive this acceleration. Algo importante que quiero hablar con ustedes hoy es acerca de la aceleración que estamos viviendo, de lo que nos está rodeando y al mismo tiempo los eventos que están pasando que nos están como casi que empujando a un desarrollo evolutivo. The emotion that we feeling and we're perceiving from the conscious field, it is a collective consciousness that is created by all of us. Esta conciencia acelerada, alterada, también tiene que ver mucho con nuestra propia conciencia de uno. Uno cree que uno no altera al planeta, uno cree que con pensamientos positivos, negativos, uno no está afectando la conciencia colectiva, pero sí la estamos afectando. Entonces es muy importante que en este mes de diciembre, que viene la Navidad, que viene la familia, cada uno estemos en esos momentos de paz, estemos radiando esa energía positiva, estemos radiando esa tranquilidad, porque ahorita estamos en un momento planetario donde nos están afectando los cielos también. Something that is really important for each one of us to address in this moment of December, with the Christmas coming and people, not even, maybe perhaps not even having enough money to buy presents, and there's this pressure of this month. It is super important for all of us to try to keep it cool, try to keep it peaceful, try to keep it loving, because we are altering our collective field. The planets right now in the heavens, we have a very strong alignment with Saturn and Jupiter. And we feel this energy really accelerating into a climax. At least I'm here in Guatemala, and the people is rising up, and people, there's storms. We just went through tornadoes, and we know in the United States it's going like that. So the best thing I want to be able to give you advice on this day is to really, really connect to what is your purpose, not what's the purpose of what's going on out there, but how you can better yourselves, and how each one of us contribute to that calmness, contribute to that senseness, contribute to that evolution that I'm speaking about. Es muy importante que nosotros colaboremos en este mes para que esta conmoción se calme, esta conmoción, esta Navidad, no importa si la Navidad va a ser humilde, no importa si tal vez no hayan regalos esta Navidad no debe ser solo de los regalos, esta Navidad debe ser una Navidad constructiva, evolutiva para todos nosotros, familiar. Escribamos cartitas, mandemos, hagamos regalitos, pintemos piedritas. O sea, estoy diciendo que es desde el chance de esta pandemia, el chance de esto que estamos viviendo nos da el chance también para ser más humanos. What I'm trying to speak here about this Christmas, about maybe being a humble Christmas, maybe being a gentle Christmas, one that you write letters, one that you make little stones, color things. Maybe it is time for all of us to go into this human state of Christmas and coming into this moment of holiday into a different perception of beings. I believe that we are at the moment, we're in a very important, crucial moment in humanity in 2020, moving to the 2021st, and going into that change, that leap of time, leap of humanness that it is important to address at this moment. How each one is going to conduct. Maybe some of us are not going to have a family because some of us are going to be taking care of ourselves because not getting the virus. So how we can enrich ourselves this moment? Oh, not just suffering, saying, oh, I stay home. If you're going to stay home, how about building yourself an altar? How about building yourself something that is meaningful for you, where you can just come into that state of solitude, into that heart center to share with your family. December is very precious. The alignment that will take place on the 21st. The alignment that just took this Friday back, and what's happening in the heavens is giving us the chance to do things that we never done before. El alineamiento que está teniendo este solsticio de invierno, con la conexión que hubo este viernes con Saturno, Júpiter, los planetas se están alineando de una manera que nos están abriendo a nosotros, pidiendo que evolucionemos, que reaccionemos, que despertemos, que miremos un poquito más allá de lo material, de lo que es comprar, del consumismo. Esta Navidad y este Año Nuevo y este mes nos está invitando a nosotros a centrarnos, a tranquilizarnos, a mandarnos amor de lado a lado, de conectarnos a otros niveles que nunca nos habíamos conectado, que nunca nos habíamos abrazado, que nunca habíamos sentido. Y este fin de semana yo tuve la oportunidad de pasar con mis amigos finalmente después de 7 meses en la playa, y sentí una conexión como nunca antes, como de verdad apreciada. Entonces creo que como seres humanos, we've never appreciated, I feel like as human beings, we have never appreciated the company that we have, the family that we need. And I believe that this is a moment where we are finally appreciating what is to be really in collaboration with each other as human beings, and how is to have our family and hold our family, how is to have our friends and go to the parties with our friends and not just take things for granted. We are being put into the hardest test in humankind. Creo que todos nos están poniendo en el mayor reto que ha tenido la humanidad, y estamos despertando primero con nosotros mismos, con nuestras familias, con todos los seres que amamos. Estamos despertando hacia la tierra, estamos despertando a lo que es el consumismo, a lo que es la polución, y, y veo este momento también como un momento preciado en esta transformación humana que todos nosotros decidimos vivir. A good point that I am trying to make here is how each one of us have chosen to be in this moment in time and space. And as hard as it looks, there is a hope. There is a transformation happening. There is an open gate in the heavens and an opportunity for human ascension. And one of them is not being afraid. I spoke with Lily about a festival that I was creating, and how I was expecting a gathering of 300 people helping me to open a portal in Tikal, Guatemala. And how that 300 people has been reduced to maybe 20. But there's an essence and there's a powerful gate going on in Tikal. There's powerful gates opening everywhere in special places. You don't have to be in Tikal. Let me talk to you about the eclipse. Quiero hablarles un poquito de eclipse y la puerta de la oportunidad de un festival que íbamos a tener en el Petén, Guatemala, donde iba a ser un gran festival de 300 personas y ahora se ha reducido tal vez a 20, pero donde es una fuerza de energía que se va a abrir, pero estas fuerzas de energía se están abriendo en todo el planeta. Tenemos el eclipse pasando visualmente en la Patagonia, donde sabemos que muchas personas iban a ir a un gran festival de música que iba a haber en la Patagonia y que ahora se canceló, que ahora, ¿por qué? Tal vez se desviaron las energías para que todos estemos canalizando este momento tan importante que está pasando en el mundo. Este eclipse que está pasando en el 14 de diciembre, que es como una cortina para lo del 21 de diciembre, this eclipse that will be happening in December 14 in the Patagonia, it's, I was just saying, it's almost like a curtain that is lifting for the great transformation that is going. I'm sure that many of you feel it. I'm sure that many of you already feel this anxiety that I've been talking to. But it is the moment to really be able to know how you're going to channel this energy. Es muy importante que esta energía que viene del eclipse la sepamos canalizar. Obviamente la gente cree que tengo que estar afuera recibiendo el sol. Eso es muy, muy dañino. No se puede recibir el sol. Es un momento de ir no hacia afuera, sino de recibir y activar el sol dentro. An important part of this preparation for the solstice is people think, oh, I need to be partying outside, receiving this energy. It's not like that. It's not to be outside. Our ancestors, the Maya, did not receive the energies from the eclipse outside. They received the energies of the eclipse from inside, lighting every molecule with that inner sun that you guys have, channeling, going from within, reflexionando de cada uno de la actitud que tomó este año, meditando qué fueron todas esas faltas que tenemos que arreglar, no solo individualmente, sino también colectivamente. Tenemos que meditar, tenemos que pensar un poquito acerca de los seres humanos que éramos, porque ahora ya éramos, ya no somos los mismos. Nunca más nuestro mundo va a volver a ser como era antes. We are not the same beings. We are going through such a deep transformation that is up to each one of us to look back at the old humans and say bye-bye, because we are no longer those humans. Our country, our world is moving forward, in technology, is pushing us to learn. We have to learn. It's pushing us to mature. It's pushing us to keep calm. It is also pushing us to have this amazing world collaboration. I belong to so many platforms where so many people has come to inspire me. Todo ha cambiado tanto, y estas nuevas plataformas que vienen, que nos están ayudando a todos a movernos hacia adelante, donde estamos viendo, we're finally seeing the power of the people. We are seeing the power of us connecting and how each one of us inspire each other. Vemos cómo cada uno nos inspiramos, cada uno nos levantamos. Estamos siendo una familia planetaria, donde no sabemos si todo esto que está pasando ha sido intencionalmente o no intencionalmente, pero algo que estoy segura que no han visto las personas es el poder de los seres humanos, el poder del amor, el poder de la colaboración, el poder de entregarse a un propósito que está fuera, más allá de la muerte y más allá de lo bueno y lo malo, sino de verdad de hacer lo correcto para la humanidad. Todos tenemos miedo en este minuto, pero ese miedo es lo que tenemos que trascender, porque nosotros somos seres infinitos. It is important that in this moment, each one of us transcend this fear that fear only causes more fear. Suffering only causes more suffering. Pain only causes more pain. Entonces, tenemos que dejar de sufrir, porque sufrimiento solo hace más sufrimiento. Sacrificios solo son más sacrificios. Dolor solo cuesta más dolor. Entonces, ¿cómo vamos a llegar a nuestras familias en esta Navidad? ¿Qué vamos a hacer realmente con los eventos que están pasando, planetarios, que están pasando en el cielo? Todo como seres humanos nos influencia. Todo tiene una influencia en nosotros. Desde un pequeño desvío, desde un meteorito, todo. Entonces, tenemos que darnos cuenta. Tenemos que tener una conciencia más abierta. Everything influences us. Everything in the heavens influences us. Stars moving influences us. So we need to awake and begin to understand that we are a collective influence of everything that is outside, including ourselves. So how do we keep this center? How do we keep ourselves centered in these moments of turmoil? Meditating, breathing correctly. Remember, we're breathing with masks, so we're not really breathing. So when we're not breathing correctly, we're not clearing the mind. So when you're alone, take a deep breath. Es importante que respiremos bien en estos momentos de que hay un poco de caos fuera, que se quiten máscaras en momentos, que respiren bien, porque tienen que estar afuera respirando mal. Entonces eso nos está quitando claridad. Necesitamos respirar bien, necesitamos meditar bien, necesitamos estar tranquilos, necesitamos estar con paz, necesitamos estar con sonidos. Más que todo necesitamos reaccionar a lo que está pasando. De que, es que tuve un mal día. No es que tuve un mal día. Es que hay muchas cosas pasando que me está afectando mi día. Pero yo ya sé que esas cosas me están afectando, pero yo tengo que quedarme aquí para que no me afecten. Porque si me afecta a mí, yo se lo llevo a mi familia. So it's important for all of us to recognize that there's many things influencing us, okay? That we need to be part of the solutions. We cannot get all this stressed out and not be good to our families. It's Christmas. Let it be a loving Christmas. Let it be a humble Christmas. Forget about the presents. Forget about looking perfect or pretending that nothing happened and you didn't suffer a collapse. We all suffer a collapse. So this is the moment to be real and to say, you know what? Honestly, I don't have money. I cannot give you presents, but here is all, we can share other things. And that's what makes this year special. Este año se nos da la oportunidad de ser diferentes, de ser especiales, de ser reales. Y esto es una magia. Es una magia que a pesar de que todos estamos sufriendo y todos estamos diciendo separados, es una magia, porque este es el año de pedir, es el año de ofrendar. Todos queremos, Dios, dame, dame, dame. No ofrendamos, no sabemos ofrendar. We have stopped, we have forgotten how to offer. We have forgotten how to be in gratitude. So this year, the offering, the presence is a candle. Give a candle to your family. Give one candle to your families. Let's have the light lit. And this is the message that is coming through me on this day. That's what I'm talking about. The energy of Khan is stripping us from all the material, stripping us from everything that has made us gone down in this earth, stripping us from the ego. Este año nos viene a quitar las máscaras, nos viene a quitar los egos, nos viene a quitar los carros, las joyas, para decirnos ser reales, ayudarnos los unos a los otros, de no dejar que los gobiernos manejen nuestras vidas, sino manejar nosotros nuestras vidas. Es tiempo de despertar a lo que realmente, a ser seres bondadosos. Ya no sabemos ser seres bondadosos. Ya no sabemos que nos nutre tanto, tan lindo es tan dar, sin esperar nada a cambio. Se dice que para entrar al cielo, en esta apertura de la que les he hablado, in that opening, it says in that opening that I speak in the heavens, there's an opening from 2012 into 2032. Para meterse a esa apertura, no pueden llevar maletas, ni maletas de egos, ni maletas de cargos, ni maletas de sufrimientos. Tenemos que tener nuestro corazoncito bien light. We have to have our heart light. We cannot bring suitcases through that opening in the heavens, through that ascension. That ascension process doesn't say, Shuni, come with your luggage. Come as light as you can. No importa lo que vaya a pasar. It doesn't matter what's going to happen. It's what you did now, what you changed now. This time for forgiveness. Time to don't waste it. What if we don't live? What if we get sick? What if this is the moment to go make up with that person that you love? You know? This is really the moment to enjoy really that sacred moment of being yourself. And you wanted to get rid of stuff, you wanted to really be real. 2021 invites all of us to be more real, to appreciate life, to appreciate food, to appreciate water, to appreciate everything. So it is an exciting time. it is an exciting time, and it is the time. That's it. There's no other year. This is the time for reconciliation. This is the time for forgiving. This is the time for being loving. If you didn't was loving, this is the moment. And that is the invitation. The invitation is to another world, to another being, to another behavior, to another way of dialogue, to another way of sexuality. Everything. Otra forma de sexualidad, otra forma de pensar. No vamos a regresar a lo que estábamos, porque ya eso ya se murió. Entonces los tiempos han cambiado. Es para que no critiquemos, para que aceptemos. Aceptemos todos los colores, todas las razas, todas las sexualidades, todo. Lo que no es de uno no se tiene que meter. Y es el momento de dar, porque lo que das, te lo das. Y lo que no das, te lo quitas. Entonces, uno se lo da a uno mismo. Y cuando no damos, nos estamos quitando porque el universo les quita. Entonces, la invitación para mí este diciembre es un mes especial, pero sé que también es un mes muy duro en las familias. ¿Sabes? Sé que también es un mes muy costoso. Y entonces la honestidad de decir lo que te voy a decir, te lo voy a decir con sinceridad. Este año no tuve, te lo digo con amor, y usar esas palabras y ser seres que de verdad entendamos que este año no va a ser de regalos, este año va a ser de cómo vemos, cómo agradecemos, cómo ofrendamos, cómo cambiamos, cómo nos paramos y accionamos, ya no diciendo, ay no, el otro año. It's time for action, it's time for change, it's time for evolution, it's time for prayers and offering. So just wanted to give that to all of you, no como un regaño, sino como una invitación, porque este es lo que hemos estado esperando. Cuando hablábamos del cambio de ciclo y hablábamos del 2012, quiero explicarles algo que es muy interesante. Nosotros como humanos en el micro, un año se va a acabar el mundo, ¿verdad? Pero en el macro, en el cielo no es igual. En el cielo hablamos de bloques de tiempo, de eras. Entonces, eso tarda, y lo que ustedes vieron es parte de ese tiempo. Cuando los mayas entraban a un Bactún, when the Mayans used to enter a new Bactún, they abandoned their cities. They changed. They went somewhere else. They didn't destroy the cities. They moved, and and the cities become almost a cemetery because they used to bury their dead underneath their homes. But they change. They literally say, this is the end of this end of this Bactún. This is the end of this city. This is the end of this land, and we got to move and make ourselves another. Well, that is the invitation. That is the invitation. Cuando los mayas terminaban en Bactún, se iban, dejaban su tierra, sus casas y se iban a otro lugar. Entonces, esto es lo que nosotros estamos viviendo. El cambio del 13 Bactún. No les estoy diciendo que nos movamos de casa, estoy diciendo que hagamos una nueva casa, que hagamos un nuevo bote, porque este barco, este planeta es nuestro barco. Y si se hunde ya no tenemos otro. Entonces, tenemos que limpiar la casa. Tenemos que renovar la casa. La casa se nos está cayendo. We need to fix our home, our boat. And that is what this is. The awakening of the new Bactún. It's building a new home. And that's what we need to do. But we need to start with our own selves. We need to build ourselves. We need to stay in peace. We need to stay smart. We need to, what are you doing this time of pandemic? Are you studying? Are you growing? Maybe maybe you need to grow spiritually because your soul might need to ascend, because we don't know what's going to happen. So we think that we don't think we're so capable of doing so much. A veces no nos creemos capaces de cambiar tanto, pero yo he visto tantas cosas trabajando con energía, que les puedo decir que he visto cosas que no las puedo explicar, pero las he visto. Y es una magia que viene de otro plano, pero que es la mente que uno se abre para que entre esa magia. La magia está para aquellos que la saben crear. La magia está para aquellos que de verdad creen en el corazón. Así que la invitación para todos, amigos, es este diciembre, gócenla como que fuera la última. Hablen, tal vez no nos juntemos con nuestras familias, mándenles besos, sean amorosos, que los recuerden, que una palabra se quede en el corazón de alguien y las reconciliaciones. No esperemos más. El ego hay que quitárselo porque nos roba la esencia del ser. We have to take our ego out, take the mask, because it robs our essence of who we are. Tantos egos que queremos pretender ser, tantas máscaras que nos ponemos. Pero cuando llega la hora, todos somos iguales. Así que espero que estas palabras, pues, de verdad puedan llegar a sus corazones como una oportunidad. Podemos ver esto como la catástrofe que se llevó al mundo, o podemos ver esto como la catástrofe que transformó al mundo. Y digo yo, nunca pensé que en mi vida viva iba a poder ver esto, pero aquí está. Y así que para mí, pues yo escogí cuando vine del cielo vivir en este momento. ¿Por qué no tratar de hacer lo mejor que puedo en este momento? Y demostrarle a la vida que todo se puede, que hay maneras, que tenemos que ser ingeniosos, tenemos que ser inteligentes, tenemos que dejar de ser zombies, de todo que nos dicen que hacer, que haga esto, que haga esto, pensar por nosotros mismos, hablar con el corazón, hablar con la mente, juntar las dos y de verdad de ser puros de intención. Entonces el momento de ser puros viene, el momento de ser, pues podría decir que el momento telepático también viene, donde cada uno va a ver su esencia, cada uno puede ver ya las pretensiones de las otras personas. Entonces es un momento muy lindo también, donde nunca en mi vida he apreciado tanto la naturaleza, nunca en mi vida he apreciado tanto la compañía de los seres humanos, nunca en mi vida he apreciado tanto la libertad. I've never appreciated so much freedom ever, being outside and being with company. So let's not take for granted that. That is something that we cannot take for granted. In December, find a way to connect, because you might not connect physically. Find a way to connect spiritually. Find a way to connect with offerings. You love your family, offer for them. What do people ask me? Oh, Nan, Shuni, how do we offer? And I say, light a candle. Light a candle and in a loud voice, just ask. I offer this for my family, for my grandma, for my daughter. This light for her. And just simple things. When we think about how people used to be seen as crazy, talking to the trees or talking to the earth, now is the new thing, my friends. Now you will remember when you talk to the things, when you go down to the earth, when you bow, that's you're holy. Not you're just humilde, you're humble, you're holy. So It's time to refine our holiness. You know, holy sapiens. That's what I call us. We need to be holy sapiens. You know, and remember that we walk sacred. Even walk softly. Don't impregnate things. I think I told you this in my last conversation. Caminemos despacio, caminemos suave. Dejemos de impactar todo. Todo lo hacemos muy pesado, todo lo hacemos muy brusco. Más suave, todo más suave. Van a ver que la vida se les suaviza. Van a ver cómo su propia atmósfera cambia. Pero toda tiene que cambiar nuestro comportamiento. Nada, porque somos sagrados. Y se nos ha olvidado que somos sagrados. Creemos que matamos, la gente mata sin rencor. Una vida sagrada. Los animalitos, los insectos, todo es sagrado. Si no los están molestando, no los maten. ¿Verdad? Entonces, creo que es el momento de regresar a recordarnos qué lindos éramos, qué sagrados éramos, qué amorosos éramos. Y la invitación para todos es para que este diciembre seamos eso, seamos de verdad. ¿Qué mejor regalo a sus familias? ¿Qué mejor regalo que llegar con sus corazones abiertos, que llegar con sus corazones perdonados? ¿Qué mejor regalo? No hay. Así que gracias, amigos, por el espacio, por escucharme, por dejarme llegar a sus corazones real y acordarles del ser verdadero que tenemos que ser y de llevar el regalo, porque ese es el mero regalo. Entonces, I want to thank you, friends, for the opportunity to allow me to come to you with a gift of knowing what is the gift that you all need to bring for Christmas, and how each one of you can bring that gift, that essence of yourselves. It's not a gift is not a cell phone. A gift is your time, my friends. El regalo de verdad de cada uno para nuestras familias es nuestro tiempo. Es el mejor regalo, que estemos poniéndole atención a alguien sin el celular, con la abuelita, con el amigo. Ese es un regalo en estos días. Y ustedes saben que no miento, ustedes saben que estoy diciendo la verdad. Que en estos días que uno le ponga atención a alguien sin restricción, ese es un regalo. Entonces vamos a invitarnos a todos a recibir el regalo, que es el regalo de la humanidad, el regalo del corazón, el regalo de poder llegar a nuestras casas sin regalo, más que nuestro propio regalo, ¿verdad? Y acordarnos de que este mes hay energía buena entrando y que no nos dejemos conmocionar por las navidades, por el tráfico, por las comidas, porque no lo hice, porque no le di, porque no me dio. Eso es lo de menos. Hay gente que no va a tener comida, ¿verdad? Hay gente que no va a tener ni para el celular para llamar a alguien, ¿verdad? Entonces, agradecidos por lo que tenemos. We have to be thankful for what we have, because there's going to be people that are not going to have anything. Maybe they're not going to even have a company. So on that day, we pray for them also. And we have to be so thankful every moment, because we have a little food, because we have friends, because we have support, because we have a home. And I think that we are really on a beautiful journey to the soul. We're on a beautiful journey to the heart. We're on a beautiful journey to the center of the galaxy. And it's really time to share that quality time with our family. Quality time means being there here and now. And so I want to bring the invitation for all of you to be with your families, to tell them you love them. If this is the chance for maybe you haven't seen them in 7 months and you guys are going to gather for Christmas, tell them because you never know, you know. So thank you, Lily, for that space. Lily asked me to speak a little bit about the festival that I'm going to be holding. So I'm holding a sacred pilgrimage to Guatemala. It's a pilgrimage of 10 days. Entonces ahorita en diciembre estoy yo haciendo un peregrinaje sagrado por las tierras de Guatemala, activando los lugares mayas para llegar al sitio de Tikal y hacer la ceremonia abierta del portal diciembre 20 del 2020 y terminar en la ciudad de Huaxactún, que es el centro astronómico maya más increíble. Y esta peregrinación va a ser por 10 días y voy a tener un pequeño festival un pequeño gathering, ya no festival porque lastimosamente, yo creo en el plan maestro, se redució, entonces va a ser un pequeño gathering con personas que quieran venir a activar ese portal aquí en Tikal en diciembre 20. Todo está en www. Y este es un festival muy lindo porque es una continuación de un evento que empezó como Activación Maya, que empezó cuando se firmaron los acuerdos de paz aquí en Guatemala y ya los mayas podían hacer las ceremonias en los lugares sagrados como lo habían hecho hace miles de años. Entonces se hizo Activación Maya, donde se activaron estos lugares. De ahí se hizo Unificación Maya, que fue una reunión de todos los mayas de diferentes partes de Guatemala, donde los trajimos a Tikal a hacer ceremonias por primera vez, porque nunca se habían juntado. Y luego se transformó en Ascensión Maya, donde les encantó tanto el festival a la gente extranjera, que se volvió inclusiva, donde incluimos a todas las tribus, y esto terminó en el 2012 y se ha estado gestando hasta ahora para volver a ser presentado en el 2020. Con esto del coronavirus, pues se redució. Todavía tenemos un hotel exclusivo solo para Ascensión Maya, donde va a ser a puerta cerrada, solo hay 13 habitaciones. Entonces es un grupo selectivo que viene a Guatemala a hacer esa peregrinación. Si alguien está interesado en el viaje, realmente está a un buen precio. Pueden mandarme un correo a mi correo personal, que es shunigiron1320@gmail. Es SHUNI Girón, GIRON 1320@gmail.com. Y ahí pueden ver, también pueden meterse a www.ascensionmaya.com y ver ahí el horario. Yo estoy haciendo una peregrinación con mi gente de 10 días, incluyendo el festival, pero si solo quisieran llegar al festival, el festival tiene un costo de $360, incluyendo todas las 3 ciudades mayas, comida, todo, y el hotel y todo. Entonces, pueden escribirme para ver si vienen. Yo de todos modos estoy haciendo estos viajes cada diciembre y hacemos la ceremonia maya, de solsticio en Tikal el 21 de diciembre. Entonces, para aquellos que puedan, que quieran venir, es algo muy especial. Como les digo, esto va a ser realmente un trabajo de conciencia, una ascensión maya, con pocas personas que vienen realmente a lo que vienen. No vienen a darse la fiesta ni nada, sino vienen a hacer el trabajo de dejar que esa energía salga de la tierra para que pueda radiar amor, para que pueda radiar fuerza, para que pueda radiar conciencia de la tierra. Lili.
Quería leer un mensaje que escribió Jean.
Ajá.
Te está mandando unos mensajes. Déjame leértelos. Dice, Yes, as you said, we are not just being tested, we are getting a very important lesson of what is really important. We are being realigned as divine beings, transforming into what we really are and what our world was really meant to be. It's all about love. And then she said, "Thank you, Nan. Nan, you are a gift. Your excitement and joy is beautiful."
Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you, Jean. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Thank you. We are the beings. We are being put to find out that we can be so much more than we think. And absolutely, a
Yes.
great opportunity.
Yes. And let me just say one before you draw the soul card. What is it called? The soul.
Yeah, the soul
Soul.
card.
Yeah. I am just gonna say that I would like to keep in prayer Dr. Ruth Anderson and her family. Dr. Ruth Anderson is the person who created Enlightened World Network. And last week, her mother passed away, and we are just keeping her in our prayers and her family as well.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, we have been thinking of her, and today is a meaningful day for her. So keeping her in our prayers.
Absolutely. There's a lot of people that we need to keep in prayers this moment. And I just want to mention some of them. I
Yes.
want to keep in prayer also my grandmother, Selena, who's suffering from Alzheimer's. She's 93 years old and the love of my life. And take a moment just to say that. And we have a friend of ours who's going through the COVID too, who's Josh is also going. And I just wanted to think my mom is having surgery. So Miriam also, my mom, my lovely mom, and she
Yes.
be okay from her surgery. And I just want to take a moment to ask for all those that are having a hard time. You know, especially here in Guatemala after the floods, and also all the people that are suffering. You know, that suffer in the United States um, from the coronavirus, and suffering also those that lost their homes through the fires. You know, it hasn't been easy year, so just want to mention that uh, those that are hungry, we take a moment and as we eat, remember we feed for them too. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. And thank you for your message, Shuni, today. You are just guided, you know. I mean, we don't know what is gonna come through, and it's always really beautiful, the
Mm,
message that comes through. And also thank you for speaking in English and Spanish, and our audience, I'm sure they will be happy to listen to your message in
mm.
in our audience who speaks in English and Spanish. Gracias.
I try, Lily. I try to speak both languages and send a message. But I think that most important, I think that people do feel my energy, and that's in both languages. You know.
Yes. And now what you have behind you, the picture that you have, can you tell us what is that,
Sure.
please?
So the Mayan ceremony that I'll be holding in on December 21st will be right in front of this pyramid. This is the temple of the Great Jaguar in Guatemala in the city of Tikal, and I had the opportunity to do fire ceremony there with Sir Morgan Freeman for the Story of God. So if you miss me on this show, you can always see me in the Story of God.
Yes, I saw that in your website that you were so that movie was filmed. Part of that movie was filmed in there.
One of the episodes, the episode of creation, was filmed here with Morgan Freeman, and they hired me to do the scene of creation of the Mayan hero twins. And when Morgan Freeman came, I had the opportunity to meet him, and I told him, and I said, Mr. Freeman, what you're gonna see is not the show. And I said, what we're gonna do is it's gonna be a real ceremony. And we did. They allowed me to do my whole setting, and it was really a real ritual. And he did drink the atole with the ashes, so it was pretty real, you know.
Wow. Yes.
One thing that happened right after that film, after that, I call upon the revival of the hombres of maíz. Yo pedí revivir a los hombres y mujeres de maíz, and the next day they overthrown the vice president of Guatemala, the people. So whether my ceremony worked, I think it worked, you know. But it was pretty awesome having that great opportunity to film and to do this with Morgan Freeman, who represents pretty much the God in the earth, you know. It was pretty cool, you know, and he really loved it. He really appreciated the ritual, and it was a real ritual. They let us finish the ritual, which I thought it was very respectful.
Yes. And any of the ceremonies that you are going to be leading for the winter solstice, is there any? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the winter solstice, it's www.ascensionmaya.com. We are going to, the main ceremony is going to be right here in front of the Grand Plaza, in front of this Mayan pyramid, the Great Jaguar Pyramid. And, but it's going to be, we're going to 3 Mayan, so people coming only to the festival will be able to experience 3 Mayan archaeological sites. And they'll be able to experience some classes and some workshops. Then I'll be teaching physical exercises, cacao ceremony, and for the people coming to the pilgrimage starts on the 15th. People's coming here on the 14th. We're going to go visit Kirigua. We're going to go through the purification to the thermal waters and these amazing clay pools. Then we're going to be going to the island of Flores. We're going to go activate all these Mayan sites until we get to Tikal. So there's
is there anything that could be streamed online, like, you know, in a platform?
I think the whole Ascension Maya will be filmed, but it will not be able to be streamed the December 21st right in front of this temple, because there's 17 square kilometers of jungle. It's a jungle reserve, so there's no antennas.
Okay, yes, I understand.
So you gotta come.
I have to go. Yes.
We're probably gonna have it filmed, but we're going to be able not to see it on that same day. You know what I mean?
Yes. It will be a recording. Okay. Yeah, it will be good to see anything from that, any of the things that you do, like being able to.
So this is in December. For those interested, I do every January. I do what's called the Mayan Red Path Initiation, where I take my students into the field and I teach them about the ceremonial, the mesa altar, everything that we do about the Maya. We learn epigraphy. We learn, it's the path to become a Mayan spiritual guide.
Okay.
Or an international daykeeper.
Yes. All right.
That's if anybody would like to come in January. I do this every January, and I do the trip in December. So if it's not this year, next year.
Yes, and I will post in the comments all the information that you gave about your website and all your contact information so people can access. And also, Shuni, after you do the oracle card, if you can briefly show us what you have, like before this background that you have, the other ones that I found it very interesting. Yeah, that. Oh, yeah, that.
Oh. Sure. So I have a deck here of cards that is called soul cards. That it is intuitive cards, and I usually pull this just to see, just as a guide to see what is the energy of the day, okay, or what is the energy that the person has, okay. So I'm just gonna draw a card to show us. I want to see what I'm going to draw right now. I want to see this one. I'm going to intend it to show us what is the collective feel, what I was talking to you about. Okay.
Yes.
So just take a moment.
El campo colectivo.
All right. So this is the card that I got. And if you look at that card, that shows almost like an enlightenment in the head. Okay. We are in a moment receiving a light, a meditation. We're receiving a glow. We are meditating. We're taking a reflection. Look, you see, but it's
Yes.
being lit. So what I usually say, when cards don't lie, cards don't lie. So this card really seems to me like we're moving into an ascension. But in order to receive the ascension, you have to be ready. You have to be ready to receive it. You have to be open to receive it. Look, he's waiting there to receiving it. He's taking a moment to sit and receive. And that's what we all need to do. We need to take a moment. We need to take a pause to receive. And that's what this card is saying. We have to be ready to receive it also. Okay. But I want to show you one more thing. The aura. Look, the aura that is outside of it. You see that aura?
Yes.
That is also showing us, look, what we think, what we speak, what is coming out of us is glowing. That means that we are another beings, you guys. So just wanted to share that with you. So as we speak pretty, we glow pretty. As we think smart, we feel smart. All this is coming out of your bodies. That's what the card is saying. So be prepared to really, what are you giving the world on this moment? Thank you, Lily.
Thank you, Shuni. And the picture that you have behind you, you were explaining to me that what it is. Yeah.
Okay. It's funny, when I move, you don't see it, right? Okay, so this is what we have. This is one of the greatest Mayan kings. His name is Lord Pakal. Lord Pakal became a king when he was 12, and he lived to be like 83. He was queen by his mother, the Red Queen of Palenque. He's also called the Mayan astronaut because people think that he is driving a spaceship. I was showing Lily when she was the picture in my house is that the hands that you see there looks like he's holding a controllers, and his foot look like he's pedaling, and the cross seems to be the spaceship, and you cannot see the bottom, but in the bottom looks like he's taking off from some flames. But this is one view of the galactic astronaut. But in reality, archaeologists, epigraphers, and it's something that I've studied a lot, We see it in he is descending from the Mayan tree of the world, the cross, into the underworld of Shivaba through the monster of the earth, and going into the underworld of Shivalba. The Mayas believe that when you die, you have to go through the underworld of Shivalba to be able to go to the upper world. That's why the Mayans were buried at the east, and they were buried with their regalia and their chocolates and their tools and everything, because they needed to go. Some of them will died and even went to the grave with their servants and their dogs, because they needed to take that to the underworld to be able to defeat that. So this is Pacal really was one of the greatest kings. He has one of the most beautiful cities of Palenque, and today his sarcophagus is one of a kind in the Mayan world. They've never been able to find anything like it, and right now it's in the Museum of Mexico City. So he's no longer in Palenque, but you can see him in Pacal.
Mm-hmm. And the one in color is the same, the one that you have behind. Mm-hmm.
Oops, that's another photo. Let's see. Yeah, the one behind, and let's see. There it is.
Mm-hmm. That's
the
same.
The one. Is the same. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's the same. But yeah, he was an amazing king. His dynasty and his two sons were able to really take Palenque to another level.
Yes.
So if you want to go see Palenque, it's very beautiful. Mm-hmm. But you can come to Guatemala also.
All right, well. Muchas gracias de nuevo, Shuni, por todo lo que compartiste el día de hoy con nosotros. La oración, el mensaje, la carta del oráculo y hablarnos un poco más también de Guatemala y de los sitios sagrados.
Es un gusto para mí hacerlo. Es tiempo de Navidad y qué bueno que puedo darles el regalo.
Sí, y se necesita. We need the message in this time, you know, like what are the things that is important to focus on this month, since we are already in December and the holidays are coming up soon, and it was a very heartfelt message that we received. So yeah, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Ok, bueno. Gracias a Shuni, en español lo digo, por haber estado con nosotros, por su mensaje, por la oración, por la carta el mensaje colectivo de la carta del oráculo y por hablarnos un poquito más acerca de Guatemala y de los eventos que vienen con ella, que va a ser relacionados con los mayas. Muchas gracias a la audiencia, a los que se unieron en vivo y a los que van a ver esta grabación. Recuerden que si tienen alguna pregunta pueden ponerla en los comentarios, aunque sea un programa que vean ya la grabación, pueden poner algún comentario si tienen alguna pregunta y estamos aquí para contestarla. Nos vemos la semana que entra a las 3 de la tarde, hora del este. Teri Angel está en Colorado todavía y su próxima visita todavía no sé si va a ser Nevada o va a ser en Texas con Jean, así que cualquiera que sea su trayectoria le deseamos un buen viaje. So I want to say I will see everybody next week, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Teri Angel, she's still in Colorado doing her Our Journey of Healing tour, Peace on Earth tour. She will be driving to either Nevada or Texas. I'm not sure. I think the last update was Texas. Bueno, muchas gracias a todos, a los que nos vieron en vivo y en la grabación. Hasta pronto. Gracias, Shuni.
De nada, gracias a ti.
Bye, bye.